Dina asks, hi, Scott. I hope you're good. I'm studying creative writing and publishing. My professor suggests exploring diverse perspectives. I cherish my traditional stories featuring a boy and girl falling in love. While I grasp the need to broaden my horizons, I'm torn. Should I conform to broader themes or stay true to what I love writing? Should I consider a change? I'm feeling a bit lost.
That's a lot to unpack. I guess it depends on what the professor means by that. I do think it's always like worth, looking. I try to write in a way that is diverse. I try to write in a way that represents the world around me and actually like shows characters from a number of different backgrounds. I am more hesitant to actually write from a POV that I do not like actually share and live in. And I think there's always a conversation to be had about what you're trying to write and whether or not you're the person to write that particular story, right? So all that said, it does also still sound like the question is more about like, do I write the things that I love, or do I branch out into things that like are more commercial or more this or more that? And there's so many pieces of advice about that. Like there's so many things. Like Victoria Schwab very famously talks about how she writes the book first for herself, because if she does that, then one person in the world loves it. And if she writes the book for like someone else and they don't like it, then no one likes it, including her. And so it's just like this idea of like, there's something powerful and really oddly, it like works where you write something that you love, and then weirdly out in the world, there are other people who really love that thing because you loved it so much. And so I think there's something to be said for that. I do write commercially. I do very specifically look at things that I think, and I want to say like, who's the reader for this? Like, who are the people who will love this book? And so like a great example, I have a book coming out next year. It's my newest middle grade. It's called The Last Dragon of Mars. And it's about space dragons. It's about dragons that it's our solar system, but if our solar system had, planets and moons that all had one dragon that represented them, and we have to kind of like work with them to explore space. And like, I wrote that book in part because it's a cool book and it's a cool idea, but also because like, I know middle school kids will really love that concept. And so to me, it had a commercial bend to it. So I don't know if I'm answering the question successfully, but what I would say is like, it's okay to write the story of your heart. It's okay to try new things. It's okay to write a bunch of different things. Like, I don't think you can waste your writing. I really don't. I think if you dive into story and you give it your all, you're going to learn something along the way. You might get published along the way. You might shelf a book along the way. But everything you're doing is you building muscle and getting better. And so I don't know. I don't know if there's one great answer to that other than like, try everything. Try a little bit of what you love. Try a little bit of what you think someone else will love. Like, I don't know. There's no wrong way to do it.
I love that. I do. I will say, I think there's definitely still room in the world for books where boys and girls fall in love. I think that's fine.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I think that's the most common story that gets told. I would say like romantasy is like probably the like #1 selling category in young adult right now. So I think there's room for every kind of story. And yeah, whatever strikes you to write, go for it. Like, try to write it. Let's see what happens.
Love that.
If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.